What's up, everybody? This is part 2 of fixing the deck lid. Got it all dried, hardened, cleaned up that area, sanded it down, and then went over it with 150 grit sandpaper to scratch it up. Then I cleaned it. Same with this side. This rust hole right here just popped up, so I cleaned the inside real good. I'm gonna spray the inside with primer to stop it from rusting, and then I have my fiberglass jelly or whatever y'all want to call it. I have that by the fireplace warming up, so it's easier to work with. I'm gonna be using a little credit card to just this is the old one, just wipe down to lay it down, because I don't need to use a big ass spreader. So let me go get this shit mixed up and I'll catch you back on. So got a spoon from the kitchen. This is gonna be my designated spoon to whip this shit up, whip it out. It's Dynaglass fiberglass filler. I've been calling it the wrong shit, so I'm gonna be using that spoon for fiberglass filler and Bondo. But you shouldn't need very much to fill this little area right there. Spread it thin. I'm gonna go ahead and with this area just wipe it from about right here. There's a crease right there. No, I pretty much got that crease out, but by hand I can feel it. So I'm gonna work with that a little bit and try to uncrease it. Bugging the shit out. Fuck my ADD. Like, I can really, it's mainly like right here. Yeah, you can even see it. So my attention to detail. Yeah, but as I was saying, just now that I noticed that, I'm probably just gonna wipe from here, from about right here to right here, and then level it out. Turn on my flash so you can see. That's what it looks like underneath. It's kind of like pitted some. I don't know if that's surface or if it's pitted in. If it's pitted in, I'm just gonna thin wipe it. I'm gonna use a flap disc and grind it all down, but I'll probably do that outside so there's not rust dust everywhere. And then I'm gonna wipe it, flap disc it, then wipe it down really good to the surface. Then I'm gonna go over it with 150 sandpaper to get a texture, and then thin wipe it with either Bondo or fiberglass filler, probably a thin layer of Bondo body filler, and then I'm gonna prime it. But update, other news. So I called the dude that has that two-door 79 at the yard I'll be working at. I called him randomly, I think it was like Monday, when I found out this trunk wouldn't work over the weekend. I called him and he was like, man, somebody just called me for parts today. I was like, bro, I have your full asking price. He's like, you want it? I was like, man, hell yeah, I want that bitch. He was like, it's yours then. I was like, alright, so I'm either gonna Cash App, PayPal, or just drive out there, because I dropped my wallet out there. Dude's got like 100 acres. I dropped my wallet out there one day when I was working, and he's like, oh, did it have any money in it? I was like, nah, bro, he paid me extra. And then like last week, his secretary found me on Facebook and was like, hey, we found your wallet. I was like, bet, next time I come out there, I'll pick it up. So when I go pick up my wallet, I'll be paying him for the car. It's missing an axle, so I'm debating how I'm going to bring it home. I'll probably grab an axle from out there and out in the boondocks, or just take my rear end, throw it on to that car, and then put it on the trailer, get it home, lift it up, take my rear end, swap it back. But let me get this shit laid down and I'll cut you back on. When you're using like body filler or fiberglass filler, if it's like really cold, just scoop it out or use a hair dryer and put it on high heat and then just warm it up like that, and it makes it easier to work with. All right, got it. Then wiped it with the little credit card. Ghetto as shit, but you can see got it shaped with the contour of the trunk. I'm gonna just have to sand it down some. Alright, I'm gonna lightly sand it down to shape it, and then right here it's pretty much smooth. So I'm gonna cut the hair dryer on, get it to dry, lightly sand it down. 150. I'm gonna use 150, then 2, then 320 and 4, and that should be good. There's 320, 600, 150. Another 320, 600, 400. Here we go. 400, and should be good. So let me get it dry, and I'll cut you back on when I start sanding it. Alright, now that it's dried, I ran my finger. I really suck at recording. Ran my finger along, and I can feel like a little dip. So I'm gonna I'm gonna build up some more on it, and then I'll sand it down. All right, got that done. It's already hardened somewhat, so all I have to do is just shape it. Well, sand it down to the contour of the trunk, and then I should be done. I had a little extra, so I thin wiped it across here. Just got to sand that down, and then I'll prime it, and I'll be done with this side of the trunk. But this shit, next I'll probably work on that area. Work on this area along the edge. Well, mainly just focus on that area, and then flip it over and do the top and hit this spot. I don't know what the fuck that was. It's not rust, it's like glue or gum or something. So yeah, it's dry now. Let me sand it down and cut you back on. That's what it looks like after 150. I'm gonna take it down to, I think I said 320. See how that looks. I might have to use some spot putty. I'm gonna use spot putty right there. Alright, clean the surface, let that dry a little bit, and then I'm going to spray my first coat of primer and see how it looks. Sand that down, add glazing putty. Glazing and spot putty if I need to. Sand that down, then throw another layer of primer. I'm probably not going to finish this video, probably just spray my primer, and that'll be the end of this video. And you guys should be able to understand pretty much how I did it. Like where these little dips are, just sand that. I need to sand that down some more. I'm gonna see if my filler and primer will cover these little small areas, and then sand it down after I lay it. Bought this at Walmart, filler and sandable primer. Alright, that's the first layer. Oh, it's gonna start running. I'll sand this edge down, but you can see right there I was talking about. I'll probably put some glazing spot putty over where these surfaces are, and like sand it down flush and even. Need to put it right there, and I'm pretty much done with this. Other than that, but that's how you do it.